You ready for like the most hard-hitting interview ever?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
All right, I'm here with Angels Camp, Sacramento, and Team Alpha Male's very own world champion. I say that every time I talk to you, TJ Dillashaw. It's still got to feel good.
Yeah, I like it. I like being introduced as world champ for the rest of my life. That's the way it's going.
Now, people just, when you answer the phone, I hope people are starting to say like, hey, champ, what's going on? I mean, that's your name now.
Yeah, it's my new nickname. Yeah.
How's life been? I know we've had this conversation before, but for everybody watching for the first time, how has your life changed the most since Dana White wrapped that belt around your waist?
Just pretty much how busy I am. You know, I'm trying to stay the same person, do the same thing in the gym, continue to get better. But other than that, it's just the obligations I got for media tours and selling the fight and just kind of getting my face out there and having people know who I am.
Having Uriah Faber in your camp is got to be amazingly helpful, not just for technical stuff, but now, for the first time, not only are you the champion who's going to have the bulk of the media responsibilities, but you're also doing it in your hometown August 30th. Have you had a chance to talk to him yet on balancing training and also your media obligations?
Yeah, I just kind of learned by what Uriah does. You know, Uriah does a great job of being great to his fans and continuing to train as hard as he possibly can and do all the media stuff. So not really like talk to him about it, just kind of he led by example.
Have you decided whether or not you're going to come to right here to sleep train on fight day from your house? Are you going to get a hotel room like a lot of fighters do in their hometown? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, I haven't really decided that yet. I might end up getting the hotel room just to make sure everything's nice and relaxed and not have to worry about cleaning anything up and just just get it right here from the UFC.
If you win this fight, when you win this fight, and then let's say your next defense is in Las Vegas, you get like the Super Baller Rain Man room now, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Even just fighting for the title, I walked in, I got a nice suite. You know, you get hooked up a little bit better, and I knew instantly that I wasn't going back. There's no way I wasn't going back to the regular treatment of the peons, as you would say.
Now let's play devil's advocate for a second. You hear people saying, okay, well, he caught Barão in the first round. Barão had a quick turnaround. Barão was never the same. In fact, one of those people is Renan Barão that says that. I think you know more than anybody else, though, that you may not necessarily – the same TJ Dillashaw that showed up the night you won the title may not necessarily win the title again. You're going to stick with what got you there, but I would imagine there's some things you're going to switch up too.
Absolutely, got to always get better. Got to add things to your game, and I can't just come out as the same fighter because that's who he's ready for. You know, I got to add things to it, and I got to surprise him. And I want to dominate him every aspect of MMA. So who knows? Maybe I'll submit him this time.
You gonna submit the Brazilian?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, we talk about Team Alpha Male and how amazing that is, but let's talk about Bang Ludwig and your relationship with him in the ring. It was very obvious, the emotion from both of you guys. You have a close coach-fighter relationship. How much has he meant to you in your growth?
Oh, so much, man. He's helped out in this last year and a half, build me as a fighter and add confidence to my game, and my striking has just grown tenfold. You know, I've gotten so much better. Everyone's telling me I look like a world-class kickboxer now, and I started off as a wrestler. So Dwayne's obviously done the right things to train me, and being such a close friend, it helps out. You know, being able to rely on someone and trust what that guy's saying because he has your best interest in heart. And as of now, he lives with me for this camp. So it's been awesome.
The question I get asked the most covering you is how is there the TJ Dillashaw in the Ultimate Fighter finale, or who lost the controversial decision to Rafael Assunção, and then this monster that showed up against Renan Barão? What would be your explanation for your growth in those three different periods in your fighting career?
Well, the Ultimate Fighter, I came in so new. I only had 4 fights under my belt. Didn't have the experience. Thought I was invincible. You know, came in with my hands down a little bit too much, and just thought I couldn't be touched. You know, just thought that I was going to run through everyone. And so I needed that loss to learn to be a little bit defensively sound and learn some head movement, just get better, and know that MMA is crazy and that anything can happen. You know, and then also talking about the Assunção fight. Fight I didn't lose, but felt like it actually benefited me to lose that fight because the fact that I learned so much from it. You know, I learned that I needed to go in there and relax and not be on such a mission to get the finish, throwing the big strike and not setting it up. You know, I learned that I need to enjoy what I'm doing in there, enjoy the moment, relax a little bit, and have some fun while I'm in there. And then my next 2 fights after that, I blossomed. You know, as a fighter, just kind of fell into my own and just adapted to enjoying the time in the cage.
The moment the final bell rung in the 5th round, Joe Rogan saying it might have been the greatest performance he's ever seen. Dana White wrapping the belt around your waist, Bruce Buffer saying, "and new world champion." Was there one of those moments that was most special to you?
It pretty much just had to be when the fight was finished. I mean, obviously everything those guys were saying about the fight was amazing, and I just can't believe that even happened. And then Bruce Buffer's announcing it. You always dream of that happening, and getting the belt wrapped around you. That's something you envision while you're thinking about being a world champ. But nothing beats just the feeling of finishing the fight in the fashion that I did. And I lost my voice just from yelling so loud instantly when it happened.
A lot of people don't realize this if they haven't been to a UFC in person, but Bruce gets into it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He does the 360 flips and gets up in your grill. Does that pump you up?
Absolutely. Bruce is hilarious. He actually warms up before every announcement. He does squats. He shadow boxes a little bit. He gets real serious about it. He actually hurt his knee. I think he blew out his knee in one of his announcements. I forget exactly what fight it was, but he turned so quick that his foot stayed still, and he got injured while announcing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he's had to been nursing an injury since then.
So fighting in, I call this your hometown, but this is really your home region. You mentioned to me before we spoke right now that you're going back up to Angels Camp for the first time. You're going to watch your fight with everybody. How that's got to be really special for you, a hometown kid, a small town kid, and those people worship you not in a godlike way, but in a this is our brother, this is our son type of way.
Yeah, I came from a town where everyone knows everyone, and so I've had support all the way through all my wrestling career, my early fighting career, and the fact that they've been supporting me then and then all the way through this world championship. It's going to be nice to come home and show my appreciation to them, and to watch the fight with them and take pictures and sign autographs to the people that have been supporting me before I was who I am.
We mentioned finally Team Alpha Male and their support in your hometown, obviously, Bang Ludwig. What we haven't talked about a lot, though, is the adjustments in your game for that championship fight and the late-night conversations you and I'd have and the advice that I'd give you on fighting stances, jiu-jitsu, when I'd hold the mitts. I mean, obviously, that had to mean quite a bit when that belt got wrapped around your waist, all my expertise.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. I mean, that was the reason why I was so loose in there. I just had the confidence of Carmichael Dave and his reach, getting out of the way of his. I mean, look at that. He's got me. I got to move my head a lot because of this guy.
You're really, and Uriah Faber coined this term, so I'm blaming it on him. He coined the term for Team Alpha Male. The underbelly term is the midget mafia. But you're a little bigger than some of those guys. You don't really come off as tiny like Joseph Benavidez. I feel like I can put in my pocket. Not so much you.
Yeah, I got a few inches on Joseph, and the rest of the guys, maybe a half an inch. So I'm a giant around the gym, and they put me underneath the hoop, or if they need someone to get spiked on in volleyball, I'm the man they're looking towards.
You're the center in the Team Alpha Male basketball games?
Exactly.
Well, you see all these people here lined up to talk to you. Everywhere you go, people. I've had the pleasure of spending a little bit of time with you, like at the golf tournament and around town. People just coming up left and right, just saying, we're so proud of your success. And it's got to feel like your success is their success, and there can't be much better of a feeling.
Absolutely not. It's amazing. It's crazy just the love from all this fight, just from that fight alone, and then obviously coming up through the UFC, but just the attention I've gotten from that fight, it's been an amazing feeling.
I wish you luck, but you don't need it. We'll see you in about a month and a half.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That's TJ Dillashaw, world champion, right here on KHTK Sports 1140.